No, I mean the basic values of managers are always the same. In the crisis like we are living right now, are even more important, and we should put more stress on it. And generally, we are not taking integrity as very serious quality in this country generally, either in business or in politics or elsewhere. But integrity is the only substance in the quality of management that really holds everything together. And basically without it, as was said already, could be very, very disruptive and could kill the company. And it's not only acting according to legal standards, but also ethical standards, which are somehow, also very difficult to describe. Or we can see that some people would like to describe them differently and having some exceptions within it, but there are none. And that's why we have to be very strict on it. And I'm really forcing this issue on integrity strongly, also with young managers. And young managers are very important for us because we should all count on them. I mean, they will be the one working in the future. They will be the one providing enough money for our pension fund, basically, So, and if we want to retire and be peacefully retired, we need them to be very good, Well, first of all, I decided that that would be my contribution to society. Some people are in charity, others are doing other things. My contribution to society where I live is to give as much as possible support, knowledge to young professionals, either in SEED, either in YES Junior or in AmCham Young Professional, or even on the MBA school of EADC. So at least 4 or 5 young professionals every year are working with me. And coaching is basically, it's the right word to coach, because you are only driving the car, let's say. They decide where to go, how fast, and where they want to go, where they want to come. It's only your support they need, and basically you're supporting them to take their own decisions, to clear their minds, to evaluate options. But at the end of the day, it's their decision, it's their responsibility, and they have to also take action on it. And that's why coaching works so well, because basically it's their own decision, but they also have some obligations versus coach, because they have to act on it once they decide it for themselves. And that's what is coach all about.
Do you use it also when you manage your company?
Well, I'm a great fan of coaching management style. When we were talking earlier about what are the changes and how we will run companies in the future, I believe personally that the coaching management style is the way forward. Simply because the business became so complex that there are no managers or no one is smart enough and knows everything and shouldn't know everything, because if you know more than your colleagues in different departments, then you should find someone else. So if we assume that you have very specialized people, legal department, HR, PR, marketing, R&D, you name it, then all you need to do is have a great team, and you have to treat them as partners. But you can't treat someone as a partner if you are directing and controlling. So you have to establish a different type of relationship where they will be the ones supplying solutions. But in order to do that, you have to push down the responsibility on one side, but also somehow reinforce their knowledge, reinforce their techniques, actually empowering them to be fully capable and to be part of the larger team. Well, that's a tricky question.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they ask me about my CV, I say I started with tobacco, follow up with alcohol, and end up on droga, which is
Oh, wow.
so.
That's a good one.
I don't know what is next, but
yeah.
I hope not some heavy arms or something. But I mean, when we were in that company, and by the way, those companies try to give back to community as much as they can. it was always an issue, and there were some colleagues who actually left company because they couldn't cope with that external pressure, let's say, an external image of working in such a company. But somehow, at the end of the day, it's still legal product as far as it's legal, and it's highly regulated as much as some medicine or some other business areas. And what is important, they never ever forced us to start smoking, and I never smoked my life. So I worked for Philip Morris 8 years, and that was never an issue. I was highly promoted, sent around the world, trained, and smoking was never something which was important for the company. But at the end of the day, it was legal product. Yeah. Well, that is the greatest prize for teacher, I would say. I mean, I was very impressed once when I saw CV of one of the very highly reputed ex-GM from States, when he says, during my CEO position, I was overpassed by 5 of my subordinates. So good was I as a manager. So I developed them so well that 5 of them overpassed me, and I moved on as well. But you know, that shows a lot of confidence, a lot of trust and respect to the people you work for. And I think we should more look in that direction as well when we choose someone who is good leader or good manager. You know, how well you develop your people. You know, how good they are.